And good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to the FIBA U18 EuroBasket here live in Serbia. As tonight's game is going to be between a semifinal matchup in which Latvia, going through their dream Cinderella season, will take on France. Well, of course, the other game that will take place, the second semifinal, will see Italy face Spain. Now remember, Italy coming off the back of an emphatic 29-point victory against the host Serbia, while Spain made very good work of Turkey. Well, in the case of Latvia, it was a very dramatic ending. Trailing by 6 points with almost just over a minute to go, but coming back and winning at the dying seconds. That was the closest of all the quarterfinal matchups, and they go up against a French team that will be looking to get again to another FIBA U18 EuroBasket final. Well, very soon we're going to introduce the key players from these two teams, and then we'll take a look at the starting lineups, and we'll also stand for the national anthems of both Latvia and France. But, coming into this game, many people would assume that France would be the heavy favorites. But with the Cinderella run that Latvia are having since the quarterfinal victory against Lithuania, you've got to think this team is hungry and ready to play. In the case of France, they do have a lot of very key players. Well, France, of course, in that big victory against Slovenia. And that was right off the back of a very tough, grueling game when they had to go up against Bulgaria. But they did turn things around. Some of the key players you want to look out for is the likes of number 11, Mesa Fabe, not to mention the man who does play for Le Mans, Bastien Grasov, who was key in the quarterfinal matchup. And it will be the French team that we get set to introduce first. The other key player to look out for, Jonas Boulefa. Of course, he's been averaging 11.8 points per game. Now, we did mention Mesa Faye, who is averaging 10.8 points. But the one player in my mind who is a standout player, the young man who indeed does play for SIG Strasbourg and did feature in quite a few of the games in the French Pro A LNB. And of course, that is number 2, their star point guard, Maxence Lemoine, number 2. Well, there's number 21, Jahel Krefel, who also plays for SIG Strasbourg. Well, number 87 used to be a part of the Limoges CSP Academy, Yael Renat. Well, it's a very talented French national team, of course, coached by a very strong and upcoming coach, and that is Elise Produm, who works for the U21 program at Jardin Dijon. But now let's focus our attentions to Latvia. Well, this Latvian team, of course, who would have expected them to have got through the round of 16? They had not won a single game in the group stage, and going up against the tournament favorites in Lithuania, well, that is where the Cinderella run has begun. This team, of course, being led by Valdis Valters, number 1, third-generation Latvian player. His grandfather, Valdis Sr., was one of the greatest in the history of Latvian basketball. If you just saw that player coming out there, that is Jaroslavs Pitsovs, JP, who's another key player, averaging 11 points and 7.4 rebounds. He's playing high school basketball in San Francisco, and who knows where his future will take him. The VEF Riga coaching staff leading this U18 men's national team. But now, basketball fans, we ask you kindly to stand for the national anthems of two beautiful countries, Latvia and France.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please rise if you are able to for the national anthem of France.
Musuzeme, Latvia, Allez la France. Well, there you have the national anthems of two very beautiful countries, and now it's time for players and coaches to shake hands. Again, this time we'd like to welcome all of our fans watching live here on FIBA's official YouTube platform. So to all of our French fans, bonjour, bonsoir, bienvenue, and to all of our Latvian fans, labrīt, labvakar, wherever you may be watching, and of course, Musuzeme, Latvia. If you are watching this game at the moment, please can you hit that like button, subscribe to FIBA on YouTube, and make sure you follow Next Gen Hoops on all social media platforms of X, Instagram, and Facebook. Well, beautiful sight, of course, here in the Belgrade Arena. Both the French fans and the Latvian fans have made the journey here to the Balkans, of course, to watch their national teams play. Remember, one of these two teams will book a date in destiny. Well, as mentioned, the last time the French national U18 team won the FIBA EuroBasket this age group was in 2016 with Frankie Ntilikina, while Latvia have never ever won the FIBA U18 men's EuroBasket. The first time they made it to a semifinals was in 1998, and Valdes, well, his father was playing in that game. While one team is trying to update the history, the other one is making history. And again, welcome everybody. Bonjour, bienvenue. Laipni lūgti Latvijas basketbola līdzjutēji. Well, it's going to be France who do have the first possession. Kadegbe now coming off a high screen. Finding Mesa Faye from 15, well, from free throw line extended, excuse me, but an offensive rebound, something France are going to try to dominate here tonight. Well, there's a backdoor play. Krasov makes one pass and gets rejected. Well, that's a case of right there. Yaroslav Uzlika Bloku. He makes a big-time block. Well, they're going to turn this one over. And now France want to run. And they'll miss a wide-open dunk, but a foul has been called. Well, it's going to be France going to the free throw line.
Personal foul number 15, Team Latvia and France. He's first on the bench. 2 free throws. Cameron window.
Well, France, of course, one of those teams that do a good job of getting to the charity stripe. We did see that in that big victory against Slovenia, but, well, Slovenia, I should say. Currently, it is Cameron Owindo at the free throw line. Well, Cameron Owindo, 2008 born player, 17 years of age. Because really does have a bright future ahead of him. Second free throw made, first points do go to France. So when you just try to get into this one, trying to find that first bucket of the game, you just gotta ask the question, how much longer is Valdez Valtz going to be on the bench? Kuditz goes in, out of control, can't get it, but a foul has been called, so 2 free throws coming up.
Personal foul number 1, Inga.
Well, again, if you are watching this game live on FIBA's official YouTube platform, please let us know where in the world you're watching and which team are you supporting. Are you supporting Latvia or are you supporting France?
2 free throws. Ian Kurz.
Because Ilya Kuritz did go down with an injury. Yes, they only after 5 minutes of play. Now, he did come back, but wasn't quite 100% of the time when he did return. Because has a very similar shooting technique to his big brothers. Latvia getting the offensive rebound. Putback is good, and there's the first field goal going to Latvia. Well, Kuritz missing the free throw, but again, second chance points is something these two teams are going to fight for here tonight. Grasov going with a Euro step. Just a little too strong off the backboard. Rebound has been secured, and now Latvia wants to run. Finds Pitov. Has to kick out. This is good defense by the French. Well, they leave him a little bit uncontested. Time, space. Nails it. Oh, they like to call that one in Latvian. Tris Putnieks. Three-pointer. Well, France need to try to go to their game plan. Window's going to try to kick out to Grasov. But time is expiring here on the free throw line. Grasov now out of control. Still has it. Kicks out. Kadegbe's got to force up a tough one. As long as France fight for second chances, this game could go in their favor. Grasov trying to pump fake. Well, almost to that. Kuritz comes up with it, and now Latvia wants to run. Well, Latvia, again, 2 times in transition, failing to take care of the basketball. But again, France turned it back up. Wow, 3 consecutive turnovers. The foul has been committed.
Personal foul number 2, Team Latvia. Marcus Simko is first. Second for Team Latvia.
Latvia are averaging 12 turnovers per game. When you compare that to France, of course, slightly better, just 9, but so far a bit of a sluggish start for both teams. But can France get into some offense here? Oh, another one. 4 consecutive turnovers. The nerves and anxiety here in the semifinals, and good defense. Avoiding the foul, but getting the block. But still France, almost 3 minutes. Looking for that first field goal. Lemoine pulls up in the mid-range. Well, that's going to go out of bounds. That's going to go out of bounds. You kind of feel now both teams maybe just trying to play a little bit too quickly, above themselves. Need to settle into a tempo. As mentioned, France has won the FIBA U18 men's EuroBasket on quite a few occasions. Well, Latvia's been to a final. That was back in 2018. Pitov getting an offensive rebound. Now avoiding the 3-second violation. That's good defense by France. You can see there the dribble handoff and the quick switch on defense by Cameron Owindo. forcing Latvia, and that is now 6 consecutive turnovers. Both teams are 3 each. Well, they know if they want to win this game, they've got to do better. They've got to take care of the basketball. Lemoine, the man who was the top scorer for them in the last game. And Pittops goes in, but it's going to be a foul. So another trip to the free throw line here for France. That's much better, attacking the gaps and getting into the paint. I think the foul indeed is going to be called against. I think that's on Bergmanis, yeah. So does it mean that Maxence Lemoine now at the charity stripe? We had quite a breakout year, of course. Not only with the junior program, the Epois, but also featuring 4-6 Strasbourg within the Pro Island B, the highest division of pro basketball in France, and playing for quite a historic team as well. Because that's the beauty of both these two countries. They do have very strong domestic leagues that, you know, is a great pathway for these young players to be a part of. Well, again, we'd like to welcome everybody watching live on FIBA's international YouTube platform. Please hit that like button, subscribe to FIBA on YouTube, and follow Next Gen Hoops on Instagram, X, and Facebook. Valdes subbing into the game. This is good ball movement by the Latvians. It's tough defense by France, but even better offense. Well, he's coming out with more confidence. Now getting a second field goal of the game. Well, that's great isolation work by Tomas Talsis. Well, nice backdoor play as the former Limoges CSP player, Reynat. Now that is the first field goal for France here in the first quarter, and it took over 4 minutes. Talsis out of control. Finds Valdes. Valdes penetrates. Hangs in the air now. What's been called a traveling violation. Well, may have just picked up his pivot step when he went in for that. Let's have a look at the replay here. Yeah, that's a good call. That's the right decision if you ask me. Well, I've just seen a comment from Splasher on the FIBA YouTube platform. Talsis MVP. Well, he could be. Well, judging by the last game for these two teams, Lemoine definitely was the MVP for France. Well, Valdes definitely picked up that accolade. Lemoine, step back, goes against Valdes, deep three. Rebound has been secured. Well, Latvia want to run, but they want to put the ball in the hands of this man, Valdes. Five here on the shot clock for Latvia. Oh, terrible foul to give away because there was 1.2 seconds left on the shot clock. Right here. Reynat, no need to reach. Because Valdes isn't going anywhere. Well, Kuritz is going to go to the bench for Latvia. Well, Hudasanj is coming into the game for the first time. 4:44 to go here in the first quarter. Winner of this game will play either Italy or Spain in the final. This is the 40th edition, the 2025 FIBA U18 Men's EuroBasket. Nice penetration. There's a pump fake. Valdes wide open. Three is up. Another offensive rebound. Bit of contact. No foul given. And Talsis. Well, who put in the live YouTube chat that he's going to be the MVP? Talsis right now leading Latvia by example. Lemoine penetrates, goes in, nice move. The 6th Strasbourg player, yet again, taking it at Latvia's defense. Valdes wants to go quickly, and it's a Latvian turnover. Well, France looking to make this a one-possession ball game. Well, there's a shot in the corner. The perimeter shooting hasn't been good so far. Latvia want to extend their lead. See, for France right now, you may want to take a few gambles. Well, that's good defense yet again. It's the heavy hedge on the ball screen. That time coming from Jonas Boulevard. Watch Boulevard quickly. It's not a switch. It's just quickly coming out, trying to put Valdes off his track.
Latvia. The game is number 15.
Well, double change coming in for both teams. So subbing in for France for the first time. Elian Denga.
Personal fault in team Latvia, number 1, Valdes.
Well, Latvia no more fouls to give, so will be free throws coming up here for, oh no, baseline possession, excuse me. This coach Elise Podum watching on. Of course, understanding the test tonight against a very, very hungry and eager opponent in the case of Latvia. Lemoine going for three. This one's up. Cutting it down to a one-point ball game. And that's the first triple tonight for France. Guess that 6-point Latvian lead now is being just cut down to 1. Valdes coming off the dribble handout. Well, again, throwing it away. Another costly turnover. Now France want to run with numbers. They'll go for a 3. This 3's up, giving them the 2-point cushion. And now Latvia calling timeout as Les Bleus starting to take control of this one. Musuzeme, Latvia. Of course, a Cinderella run here for the Latvians. That big win in the round of 16 against Lithuania. And of course, the 1-point victory against Germany. And if you are a neutral fan, you definitely want to see this game go right down to the wire. Latvia trying to deal with the aggressive defense by France. Well, going for a deep 3. That one's up, no good. Kudic's battling for an offensive rebound. And there's another penetration. This time another foul's going to be called. Oh no, the foul is on the original layup. Because it will be Adrian Zangiev's going to the free throw line. I thought they were going to call a foul against Elian Denga for potentially fouling Kudic on the rebound. Well, Zangiev's has been one of their top players in the 5 games he's played in this FIBA U18 men's EuroBasket. He's averaged 11 points per game, but I guess before this evening, he only took 9 free throws, missing 3 of them. His best game was against the victory against Lithuania, where he had 14 points and 7 rebounds. As he makes the second one. The VEF Riga coaching staff. Of course, knowing that tonight is going to be a battle throughout the entire game. Lemoine has come off the bench so far. This guy continues to light it up. Well, he's been terrific tonight. There's no doubt about it. Latvia wants to win. You've got to handle that man. You've got to handle the point guard from 6 Strasbourg. And the pass was a little bit predictable, but good defense by Grasov. Just that drop-down defense, switching very quickly. Because the worrying sign for Latvia, they have 8 turnovers. France have 3. But I guess the positive sign, even though with 8 turnovers, they're only down by 3 points, but that's got to be something that they do improve as this game goes on. 8 here on the shot clock. Andjevs inbounds it, finds Valters. Final seconds. Andjevs goes all the way. Finger roll time. What a move by Double A. Well, we might see him in the Basketball Champions League playing Bavef Riga one day. Maybe, just maybe. France patiently trying to break down the defense. And now time winding down for them. Grasov goes in. Can't finish. Foul has been called, so Bastian Grasov will go to the free throw line.
First substitution, Team Latvia, the game is number 21. Vitos. Substitution also for France, in the game is number 11, Mesa 5.
Well, a big merci beaucoup and a big pau diez to all the fans watching live on FIBA's official YouTube platform. We now have almost 600 likes. Well, the target, can we get to 1,000 before halftime? It's only 1:32 to go here in the first quarter. Remember, every like you give enables us to watch these youth basketball tournaments in the summer. And a big thank you to FIBA, of course, doing a magnificent job, as well as Next Gen Hoops, for delivering FIBA Youth Basketball live in every summer tournament. Well, Andjevs not going for a one-legged fadeaway. Well, what a move! He's pulling magics out now. Because he did have a very good game against Germany. Right now, proving those one-on-one isolation skills. Kadegbe. Well, Pitovs comes up with a steal. That's number 4 for France. Valters goes in, avoids the block. No foul. Well, no, the foul has been called. So Valters will indeed go to the free throw line.
Personal fault in Team France, number 11, Mesa 5.
We gotta like this take right here.
4 for Team France. Substitution in France. The game is with number 87, Westview Reina. Out of game. Number 3 is Gedegbe. 2 free throws.
Because I did mention this in the pregame. This man has basketball DNA in him. Because many may know who his father was. His father was, a very good player in his heyday with Latvia, but his grandfather, Valdis Valters Sr., was the 1981 FIBA EuroBasket Most Valuable Player, 9-time Latvian League champion. That's quite a legacy. Of course, Christmas and Easter dinners must be very interesting. Only talks about basketball in the Valters household. 3rd-generation basketball player. Latvia regained the lead by 1. France potentially could go 2 for 1. Oh, missing the layup. But this time the foul's called. So this is better from France, getting back to the charity stripe.
Personal fault in Team Latvia, number 10, Ralphs Rudusons. His first 2 free throws. Cameron Wendell.
Well, Cameron Uindo currently back at the free throw line here for France. Again, another missed free throw attempt. Well, he's also one of the many players within this French national team that does play for Pôle France, which is the INSEP Academy. The infamous academy of not only French basketball, but all French sports, and players such as Tony Parker, Boris Diaw, also coming from the same academy in Paris. Latvia going quickly. Andjevs going in. Going like a Latvian La Bomba. Well, he is looking like a Latvia Juan Carlos Navarro at the moment. Well, he's playing with such fierce tenacity whenever he attacks the bucket. Nice play. Oh, my goodness. Allez, la France, bonne nuit. Are you kidding me? Well, Monsieur Uindo went in with a 2-handed rim rocker. What a dunk. Tie game now between these two teams. Oh, again, losing control. That's going to go out of bounds. And that is the end of the first quarter, where nothing separates these two teams. The semifinals of the 40th edition, the 2025 FIBA U18 Men's EuroBasket. And at the moment, I think if Latvia minimized the amount of turnovers they have in this game, well, they could very well have the lead, but you got to credit the French defense. They've made life very tough here for the Latvians. Well, fans, again, welcome everybody watching live on FIBA's official YouTube platform. Again, if you are watching this game, I'll keep asking you, please hit that like button. Well, the timeout was called by Latvia. The problem for them right now is not being able to execute an offense to get a good percentage look. Kurt's going to a high pick and roll, trying to find Pitas, but Valtis is wide open. That's another Latvian turnover. France leading by 7 points. Of course, Germany did lead by as many as 9 against Latvia. Lemoine's been on fire. Unable to get it as Kurtz now secures the rebound. What can Latvia build in this offense? Again, just taking a little bit too long here to get into a set. Talsis goes behind the back. Bit of contact. The foul has been called. That's much better. Looking more aggressive as now he does reward himself with a trip to the free throw line. You gotta get the impression here for the Latvians if they just go a little bit quicker when trying to get into their sets, they may be able to catch the French defense off guard. Well, Tomas Talsis has had a very, very good tournament to say the least. Because he had 18 points in the defeat against Slovenia in the group stage, 19 in that victory against Lithuania. He's unable to make the first free throw. That's only his 5th missed free throw. Well, 6th, excuse me, because he missed one earlier tonight of the U18 EuroBasket. And, you know, I might also add, he's a free agent currently. So, any GMs, coaches watching, Tomas Talsis is available. 10 points tonight. Six-point lead currently here to France. No doubt Spain and Italy watching this game closely. Well, a bit of bully basketball goes in. Can't finish. Well, it goes out of bounds, but France will get it back. It's a nice little aggressive move, though, by Hugo Imga. Hugo Imga standing at 205 centimeters. Of course, another player part of the EuroBasket, the INSEP Academy. Baseline possession here to Les Bleus. Lemoine kicks out. They get a wide open three. Three is up. Another offensive board here for the French. Latvia's got to do a better job, but they don't want to leave Lemoine wide open. Well, that's going to go out of bounds, but oh no, Latvia will get it back. Well, a big shout out to Yanis Kalnic watching from Kipsala in Latvia. Well, Sveiki. Well, I think the referees, I wonder if they're going to go to the monitor, because it did look like Yaroslav Pitovs may have swiped that one from behind, but they're going to go and review this. So, we'll find out very soon what the decision is going to be. Well, while they are making this decision, we'll just have a look at some of the statistics. 11 turnovers so far here for Latvia. Well, Latvia's done a very good job on the rebounding. 14 rebounds in total. They have out-rebounded the French, but France currently have more offensive rebounds than defensive. They have 7 offensive boards. Let's have a look at the replay. There's a shot by Maxence Lemoine. Now watch Yaroslav Pitovs. Oh, it's very tough to see from that angle, unless we can get a closer view. Well, welcome to Arka Marcinkiewicz, watching from the UK. Wow, great country. And welcome to the greatest musician of all time, Mozart, watching from Abu Dhabi in the UAE. So fans watching all over the world. Again, if you're watching this game, please hit the like button, subscribe to FIBA on YouTube, and make sure you follow Next Gen Hoops on Instagram, X, and Facebook. Well, this is going to be a very, very tough decision now for our referees because, well, they've made a decision, so we'll find out. Will this stay with France or will it go to Latvia? Well, it's going to go back, so change has been made. Well, Yimga trying to go back door. No turnover there. Talsis just does enough just to recover in time. Another inbound play. 10 here on the shot clock for France. Lenoir beats his defender. Throws it down. Well, the big man, Jahel Treffler, another 6 Strasbourg superstar in the making. Back to an 8-point lead to Les Bleus. Latvia's got to have a bit of composure here in their offense. Finding Pitsovs. Pitsovs goes in, little finger roll, can't get it. Miss attempt here for the Latvians. And now France looking to make this a double-digit lead for the first time here in the first half. Well, Treffler wide open, no help side defense. Makes it again, and now it is a 10-point lead. Well, Sig Strasbourg, are you watching? Because you've got 2 superstars tonight here on the court. Foul has been committed. That's only going to be the second team foul tonight here against France. Well, both teams have shot the exact same free throw percentage here this evening.
Substitution. Team Latvia in the game is with number 10, Ralphs. Rudusans.
Well, they've got to get inbound. They don't want to get a 5-second violation. And again, it's just another costly turnover. And this is becoming the story for Latvia here in the first half. That is now turnover number 13. Still plenty of time in this game, but they cannot afford to keep turning the ball over like this. That dribble handoff offense, trying to find the curl. Yimga down the middle, hangs, but he misses the layup. Well, he's got, oh no, a foul's been called. Well, that should have been an and one by Hugo Yimga, but unable to take advantage.
He's first for Latvia in second period. Substitution team Latvia. Out of game number.
Well, he knows he should have made that one.
Game number 49.
He does get 2 free throws though. Again, a chance to extend the lead. As mentioned, both teams have been 5 for 8 from the free throw line tonight. Well, Yimga has had a relatively successful U18 FIBA EuroBasket. Coach is averaging almost 10 points and 5 rebounds per game. Because his highest scoring, he almost had a double-double against Austria with 13 and 8. Now extending France's lead to 12. Thompson's getting a handoff with Pitsovs. Spinning around, going in. Pitsovs getting the offensive rebound. It's now Valdes Valters. He'll step back, go for a deep 3, and that's just way off the mark. But second chance points falling in the hands for Latvia. And that's one way to try to get back in the game. As Ralphs with a chance and another throw down. Make it number 3 for Les Bleus. Well, that's the thing with France. If you make mistakes, they'll make you pay. If you get things right, they also make you pay. But Imanish now looking for an ISO. And that's going to be a 24-second violation. Suffocated defense coming from Les Bleus.
Substitution Latvia.
Well, Ilya Kurit's coming to his. Another look at the replay here. While he ran in transition, said, au revoir. Hugo Yimga running down the lane.
Substitution also in Team France. The game is number 21. Treffler.
It's now under halfway to go here in the second quarter. Maxence Lenoir Bit of a bump and another foul's been called, so it's going to be a trip to the free throw line. Foul is on Valters. Well, Lemoine is such a tricky point guard to defend him, and he's just so intelligent.
Second for Team Latvia.
Because he has been, I might say, he's not just a part of the SIG Strasbourg Academy. I mean, he has been monumental this season. He's had some big games in the Pro LMB, and he's featured quite a lot for them this season. And that is one of the best domestic basketball leagues to play in. Because his opening game, he played against Alain Chalon when he had 6 points in 11 minutes. But his best game is when he played against Dunkirk, the final regular season game. He played 17 minutes, scored 10 points. But the most he played was a big victory against Tony Parker's Asvel Villebon. Well, that was on the 12th of January, in which he played 22 minutes with 6 points and 2 assists and rebounds. And they won that game by 2, so that goes to show how elite of a player Lemoine is. Well, that's going to be a basket interference. That's much better offense there by the Latvians. And if you notice there, Latvia, much quicker to get into the half-court sets. Well, there's the baseline play. Again, it's just way too easy here for the French. Well, another foul has been committed. It's becoming a disaster now here for Latvia. Well, no, that's no foul. That's actually, I believe, just a turnover. Well, 4:05 to go here in the second quarter. Well, Adrian Angiev's coming back in. They just need a bit of stability here at the moment. Lemoine. Finding Yimga. Quick seal off. Mismatch goes in. Again, just dominating inside the paint. Well, great seal off. 8 points tonight for Jahel Treffler. Well, can Latvia get a 3 to go? 3 is up. No good. Rebound's been secured by France. Well, it's a good look from the perimeter. But now France will patiently just try to build on the lead. Latvia look like they're staying in a 2-3 zone. Nice passing. There's the baseline. One more. Oh, missing again. Oh, should have made it a 16-point or an 18-point ball game. As Taus is going coast to coast, drawing the foul now. He'll go to the charity stripe. But again, when Latvia push quicker with stability, under control, they just seem like a better team. Well, we just have a slight delay in game here at the moment. And again, we'd like to give a big thank you as now we've reached over 1,200 likes on this live stream. So again, if you are watching live here on FIBA's official YouTube platform, please hit that like button, subscribe to FIBA on YouTube, and make sure you follow Next Gen Hoops on X, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm not quite sure what's happened here. I think the officials may be looking at the clock or something, but I think it has been resolved as of yet. Taus is currently the free throw line here for Latvia. Well, Taus does have 10 points. He's 4 out of 5 from the field so far. Has made that early three-pointer. Second trip to the free throw line. Well, the turnover count so far here in the first half has got to 14. Taus makes them both. Cutting it down to 14 points. Now, if Latvia can cut it down to 10 or less, that will give them something to play for here in the second half. You got to give them a little bit of belief. Now we reach just almost the 3-minute mark here in the first half. Brasov goes in. Much better by Latvia, preventing France getting the offensive rebounds. Now Talsis had the three-pointer, but great defense by Oindo. Valters, heavily defended by Reinhardt. Penetrates, avoids the block, and a foul has been given. Well, he's gone right into that bench on the baseline, so... well, hopefully he's okay.
His second forward for Team France substitution. Team France out of game 21 Treffel, the game 16 Jonas Boulevard. 2 free throws, Walters.
Well, Valters making the first free throw. Of course, all his points have indeed come from the charity stripe. Because he was like a Latvian Manu Ginobili with that left-handed drive to the bucket last night against Germany that booked their ticket into this game. 12-point lead currently here to France. Just over 2.5 to go in the second quarter. Semi-final number 1. Both Spain and Italy will play later on this evening. Brasov tries a fake, goes in, no foul called. Well, great hesitation by the Le Mans up-and-coming rising superstar. Well, Valters going, and there is the comparisons. Well, what do you want to call him? The Latvian Goran Dragic or the Latvian Ginobili? Valters Obili, I'd like to call him. Time winding down. While going for a deep Hail Mary three-pointer. Merci beaucoup. Well, this young man used to play for CSP Limoges. Adjev's now with a spin. Nice kick out, good ball movement. While Valters was left wide open. Penetrates again. Pump fake, steps through. Oh, baby! Now he's getting into game mode. Well, who does he remind you of? Father or grandfather? Because he got game. Timeout's going to be called. It may be a 13-point lead, but Latvia right now clicking into gear. We'll be back in just a few moments.
For every fan in the stands, for every player on the court, every dunk, every block, for every moment, there's a legacy to be left behind. It all starts here. Make your mark.
Welcome back. We're live here at the Belgrade Arena. Under 90 seconds to go in the second quarter of the first semifinal of the 2025 FIBA U18 Men's EuroBasket. France leading by 13 points. Well, Latvia looking more confident. Kurt's coming up with a rebound. Well, can they cut it down to single digits with over a minute to go here in the second quarter? It's going to be turnover number... Yeah, I believe that's number 15 coming up here for Latvia. That has been their downfall here in the first half. It's got to be something that this team talk about when they go into the halftime break. Well, Coach Valdis Razumovskis has done a magnificent job along with Martins Gulbis, both coaches of FIBA Riga. They've got to find some composure. Lemoine, another three-pointer, now extending it back to a 16-point lead for the French. And he's got 16 tonight. Well, the way he's playing right now, he might be a part of the training camp for the men's EuroBasket team. They'll be heading to Katowice. Valtins. Turnover number 16 or 17 here in the moment now for Latvia. Lemoine penetrates single-handedly. 18 points here in the first half. And it's an 18-point lead. Angeps penetrates again, cutting it down, but Les Bleus can't have the final play. Well, Latvia do have fouls to give. It's not a bad foul to give away there by Adrian Angeps.
Personal fault number 15. Latvia, Angeps. His third foul for Latvia. Timeout.
Well, a timeout is going to be called, indeed, by France. Well, head coach Elise Produm, of course, working with Jadia's U21 program. The assistant coach, Romain Leroy, of course, the former assistant coach of CSP Limoges. So great experienced coaching staff. They'll try to draw one final play up. And again, fans, we thank you for tuning in. We now just have nearly 18,000 live viewers. If you're watching this game, please hit that like button, subscribe to FIBA on YouTube, and follow Next Gen Hoops. Well, fans, if you are watching live, please let us know where in the world you're watching so we can give you a shout out. And also, are you supporting Latvia or are you supporting France? Because I know we have many fans in both countries. Well, a big sveiki to Kaspars Bite, watching from Riga. 4.6. France getting inbound. Fadeaway three is a... Oh my goodness! Incroyable! C'est un grand basketteur! Big time three by a big time player. And that will do the end of the first half. Jonas Boulefard. Well, that is the end of the first half. Basketball fans, 19-point lead in the first semifinal of the FIBA U18 Men's EuroBasket. We're going to leave you with stats and some highlights. But again, we'll be back for the second half in just under 15 minutes. We're live here in Belgrade, Serbia. Well, there are your stats right now. France cooking from the perimeter. 6 out of 16, while 13 field goals from inside the rainbows. Both teams with the exact same free throw shooting percentage. Well, there are your statistics. It has been the Maxence Lemoine show. But, you know, credit to Latvia. They are out-rebounding France, but they're just not converting on the offensive end. And, you know, further trouble, 16 turnovers, one too many. Lemoine leading all scorers of 18, while for Latvia, it is Tomas Talsis with 12 points. Followed up by Adrian Angeps of 9. Valdis Valtis coming off the bench with 8. They're your leading scorers. We'll be back for the second half momentarily.
For every fan in the stands, for every player on the court, every dunk, every block, for every moment, there's a legacy to be left behind. It all starts here. Make your mark. For every fan in the stands, for every player on the court, every dunk, every block, for every moment. There's a legacy to be left behind. It all starts here. Make your mark.
Four times, coming second place 3, and also won the bronze 2 times as well. Go back to 2006, won Nicolas Batum. His current NBA player and played with the French Olympic basketball team last summer. He was the MVP of that tournament. Well, Latvia will get things underway. They don't want to make a turnover number 17. They do indeed. Here comes Les Bleus, as Maxence Lemoine will now go up to 20 points. And that is not the way they wanted to begin the second half. Well, the mountain now is just becoming bigger and bigger for Latvia to climb. Still staying in a 2-3 zone defense. But France do have 6 3-point field goals, and at the moment, they're picking the zone apart. A simple post entry, and now indeed making it a 23-point lead. Jaroslav Pitsov's trying to set those high screens. Nice take by Tausis. Can't get it. Big offensive rebound by JP. Well, can they get the 3 to go? Towns battling, going in, second shot splits, and there you have it. And now he moves up to 14 points. Well, remember, he is a free agent. Well, now Latvia going into a man-to-man matchup. Yimga, time space for 3, fires. Kurt secures the rebound. Latvia want to run. Pitsovs, again, out of control. And it's just been the story of the game for them, unfortunately. Well, that's where Latvia's got to build momentum. Pitsovs just losing control, and you can see Hugo Yimga didn't really need to do too much. It's now turnover number 18 for Latvia. Only 4 so far in the game for France. Well, wide open at the high post. Jehan Treffler unable to finish. Pitov secures the board. And Jeff's currently second leading scorer for Latvia. But Taus is right now leading the way. Kurtz finds Pitovs. Goes up, can't finish. Well, if no, foul's been called, so 2 free throws coming off of Yaroslav Pitovs.
Personal fault in number 1. Igoika Mukuri, his second first for France in third period.
Well, he was monumental. He led the way for Latvia in the first half against Germany. Because Valdis Valters sealed the deal for them in the second half as he makes the first free throw. Now, he is averaging near a double-double here in the U18 men's EuroBasket. As mentioned, playing high school basketball in San Francisco. Second one good. Those are his first points tonight. Well, now Latvia going back into that 2-3 zone defense. Lemoine steps through, gets rejected. And now can Latvia push? Double crossover. Now the contested 3 is up. Well, they probably should have gone a lot quicker or maybe have taken it earlier, but good defense by France. Well, nice penetration again by Bastian Krasov, extending it back to plus 20. That's his second field goal tonight. He does have 2 free throws, remember. Pitovs. Again, just trying to force the ball inside the paint to Kurtz. Now, remember, Kurtz did pick up that injury against Germany, so I'm not quite sure he is 100%. But he's battling with all he has at the moment. Baseline ball hit to Latvia. Now, Valdis Valters coming into the game. Pitov faking the handoff. There's a kick out. Valters. Tautsis tries to bump. Well, Pitovs doesn't take many threes. And a foul is going to be given here against Jonas Boulefard. The illegal box out against Ilya Kurtz. That's going to be the second team foul against France here in the third quarter. 6:31 to go. Just about getting the ball inbound. Tautsis. Another bump goes in. Well, tough move going off the bank. 16 tonight. Well, maybe his head coaches may want to think about bringing him into the Basketball Champions League next year with Vef Riga. You've got going for another deep 3. It's up. No good. Latvia again pushing, trying to fight with everything. It's been a Cinderella run for them so far here in the men's EuroBasket of U18. Valdis, no look dot. Pitovs! Are you kidding me? Paul Diaz on Labunakti. Well, where have you been all game, big man? Still a 17-point cushion. Jonas Boulefard being defended. Well, they leave Maxence Lemoine wide open. You don't want to do that. Big offensive rebound here for France. There's now Gadegbe. Nice backdoor play goes in. That's going to be a basket interference by Kurtz. Well, Kurtz is going to go to the bench. So Ralphs Rudolshans is going to come into the game. 5:18 to go here in the third quarter. Well, there's the penetration down the middle. This is much better, though, because One thing France don't want to get into trouble is committing too many unnecessary fouls and sending Latvia to the free throw line. As Ralf Rudolphs, who's just come off the bench.
Second, third for Team France. 2 free throws. Ralf Rudolphs.
Well, he does have 4 points tonight, Ralf Rudolphs. Now at the free throw line. Getting the first one to drop. Well, it's almost like every player on this Latvian team had their best game against Lithuania in the round of 16. He had 10 points that night with 4 rebounds. Second free throw good. Cutting it down to 17. And now Latvia going back into a man-to-man matchup. France are going to bring it down with Gedegbe and Lemoine in the backcourt. Oh, it's good defense, but a foul has been called. Wow, it's quite a delayed decision, but... So free throws coming up here for France. Nice move, though, by Strasbourg player Jahel Treffler.
His first for Team Latvia in third period. 2 free throws for Jahel Treffler.
Who stands at 205 centimeters. Again, France just missing the free throw. Treffler just getting the second one. Extending it back to an 18-point lead to France. Oh, again, another costly turnover, an unforced turnover for Latvia. Krasov trying to find Gedegbe. Wow, they're going to call an illegal screen here against Jahel Treffler.
Offensive number 21.
Let's have a look at the replay. Now watch Treffler there. That's tough. That is a tough one.
Team France.
That's a good take by Valdes Valters. Oh, good hands-on defense, and now France have numbers. A 3-on-2, they'll go for a 3. Another offensive board. Something they've even dominated their own defensive rebounds tonight. Not only Latvia on that stat. Udeba penetrates. Finds Grasov. Pump fakes. That's only going to be the second team foul against Latvia here in the third quarter.
Number 21, Jaroslav Pintos. His second for Latvia. Substitution Latvia. Entering with number 0, Ilya Kurz, and with number 15, Adrians Andrzejs.
Well, baseline possession coming with the France. And you got to love and appreciate the spirit of these Latvian coaches and players, knowing it's an 18-point ball game. But nobody can argue. They've definitely given everything. And only having that quarterfinal matchup 2 days ago. Foul has been given. Some more free throws coming up for Jahel Treffler.
Personal fault number 00.
Well, again, we want to say a big thank you to everybody watching live on FIBA's official YouTube platform. And if you love international youth basketball, make sure you follow Next Gen Hoops. Of course, we've done a magnificent job since, post 2020, building that international platform for youth basketball. Again, you can follow Next Gen Hoops to get all the best news, highlights, and content that matter to you most on X, Instagram, and Facebook. France right now battling. Just want this a little bit more. Another offensive board. Final seconds for Gedegbe. Boulevard finding Grasov. Step back. 3 is up. This time Latvia preventing France from getting an offensive rebound. We'll go into a stacked ball screen sequence. Well, final seconds coming up. And Jeff's got to go quickly here. No time left. One-legged fadeaway, it's up. And this time the foul is going to be called against Ilya Kurz.
Offensive fault number 00. Kurz. His third for Latvia. Substitution substitutions on both sides. The Latvia game is with number 21, Big Tops, and with number 49.
Well, 3:03 to go here in the third quarter. 19-point lead currently here to Les Bleus. Valdes trying to get up in the face of Gadegbe here full court. Gadegbe faking the handoff. There's the baseline play and a one-handed jam. Well, nobody saw that one coming. Nice play by Tom Audrey. It was actually Tom Audrey that started with the academy of CSP Limoges. 21-point lead. This is better from Latvia. Good ball movement. Valdes wide open. And there you have it, a better offense. Penetration, kick out, ball reversal. And that cuts it back down yet again to an 18-point deficit. 11 points of Valdes. But again, it's just way too easy here for France. Tom Audrey, simple penetration, taking on both JP and his defender. Valdes bumps. And he'll go back to the free throw line. Looks like the foul is going to be called against Tom Audrey. That's good contact right there with the right shoulder.
Personal fault in France, number 9, Tom Audrey. His second substitution. France. The game is with number 2, Lemon. Out of game, number 3, Isaac Gadegbe. 2 free throws. Valdes, Walters.
Well, Valdes has been one of their key influential players. Definitely the leader of this team in terms of his backcourt play. Averaging 15 points per game. This is an 83% free throw shooter so far here in the FIBA U18 Men's EuroBasket. Second one good. Now we're under 2 minutes. Can France keep piling on the pressure? Or can Latvia make some sort of a run to give them less of a mountain to climb in the fourth quarter? Audrey tries to penetrate. Tough three off balance. Much better by Latvia, preventing the offensive rebound. Can they get 3 good possessions? Adjev's getting rejected. Pache-moi. It's now run to 90 seconds to go. But still Latvia have it. Well, nice move avoiding the block. And again, tough play by Otto Bergmanish. Well, now it's down to 16. Well, Latvia could potentially get 2 more offenses. Second field goal tonight for Bergmanish. Neither team with any fouls to give. There's the mismatch. Good recovery by Pitsos, but an offensive rebound here for Les Bleus. Well, there's a turnover. Valdes comes up with it. Valdes goes coast to coast, and now indeed it's a 14-point deficit. And that could be a 2-for-1 for Latvia. Can France get a final bucket? Valdes has 15. The average he's had so far here in the U18 EuroBasket. France breaking down the 2-3 zone. Lemoine's been quiet here in the third, but not for long. And you don't leave this young man wide open. You're looking at the future of the SIG Strasbourg backcourt. You don't ever go under the screen against Maxence Lemoine. So 19.2, 17-point deficit. Latvia can have 1 final possession. Adrian Zajevs bringing the ball up for Latvia. They want to get the final shot. Remember, France don't have any fouls to give. Adjevs goes in, tough play. France have 3 seconds. Lemoine from the logo puts it up. Oh, merci beaucoup! Are you kidding me? Maxence Lemoine, SIG Strasbourg, baby! SIG Strasbourg! Incredible! Well, he took that one from the FIBA U18 EuroBasket logo, and the bank was open. Incroyable! Simply incredible. Well, that is the end of the third quarter. We will be back in just under 2 minutes. Well, there are your stats from the game. The 8 3-point field goals, along with the amount of turnovers that Latvia have had in this game, has been the key difference. Latvia, though, much better there in the third quarter, but unfortunately for them, 20 turnovers too many. Well, 2 3-point field goals have been made by Latvia, one by Valdas Valters, the other one by Tomas Tausas. Now, Tausas is their leading scorer, 16 points, but Maxence Lemoine making that Hail Mary three-pointer from the FIBA U18 EuroBasket logo. Well, it's now or never here for Latvia. It's been a Cinderella run since the round of 16. Well, now they can get the first bucket here on the fourth and final quarter. And Jeffs finding Valters. Want to get a good offense. Pitov's getting the switch. Nice penetration. There's the bump. But a foul has been called, so free throws coming up for Anjefs.
Personal fault number 2. Maxence Lemoine, his first. Free throws. Adrian's.
Well, Anjefs has had a relatively good game tonight. Well, now has 13 points. He's 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. We got to take it possession by possession here in the fourth quarter if they're going to try to come back in this one. Second one good. France have done a good job of breaking down the 2-3 zone. Well, now it is a man-to-man matchup. Final seconds. Lemoine pulls up, free throw line. Pitovs gets a tip, and Latvia comes up with it. But France is very wary of what's at stake for them at the moment. Another penetration, now making it a 14-point game. Well, timeout is going to be called by France because that 22-point lead has now been cut down to 14. Another good take by Adrian Anjefs. Well, is a comeback on the cards right now for Latvia's Cinderella run here at the 2025 FIBA U18 Men's EuroBasket. Well, the timeout was called by Elise Prodhomme, just trying to settle this French team down here in the fourth quarter. Remember, they've led by as many as 22. Foul has been called, so it's going to be a trip to the free throw. And that's a simple way to break down the 2-3 zone. You like what France did by putting Jaël Treffler on the baseline with just a simple high post entry from Mesa Faye. Well, Treffler's been okay tonight. Like his point guard teammate, Maxence Lemoine, they both currently play for SIG Strasbourg. Treffler did actually make some debuts in the Pro at LNB, the highest division of French pro basketball last season. Second one, no good. Pittoff secures the rebound. 15-point lead. I like the message from Latvia and France in the YouTube chat. Please, no more turnovers. Well, unfortunately, we may have jinxed it. Nice transition again. Good night. French transition down the middle as Treffler running like a trailer and having a wide open dunk. Now it's back to a 17-point lead. Just over 2 minutes played here in the fourth and final quarter. Andjevs kicks out. Tausis may have got it to Valters. A little too slow. Three is up. Three is good by Andjevs. Oh, three players could have had a wide open look. Andjevs now 18 points this evening. Back to a 14-point deficit. Does Latvia want to play zone or do they want to play man-to-man? Well, Mesa Faye will fire a three. It's way off the mark, but Treffler comes up with a 50-50. Well, here's the man you want to put the ball in the hands of, but he gives up. Now gets it back. Lemoine, been on fire tonight again. Simply, bravo. Well, Cuisine, the chef, he's cooking tonight. 31 points for the SIG Strasbourg superstar in the making. I think we're going to see more of him next season. Towns is going for a long two-pointer, can't get it. Both teams have only one foul each so far here in the fourth quarter. And you got to ask the question, had Latvia begun the game like they played in the third quarter, this could be a very different ballgame at the moment. Lemoine looking for the size up. Trying to step through, kicks out. Gedegbe. He's got to shoot this one. Time winding down, another three, and that's going to be an out-of-bounds violation. Well, a timeout is going to be called by Latvia, trailing by 17 with 6:24 to go here in the fourth quarter. The first semifinal. The winner of this game will indeed meet either Spain or Italy in the final tomorrow night. The second semifinal will take place. Well, the timeout was called by Latvia's Valdis Razumovskis. Because can they pull off another miracle? Remember, if Latvia are to lose, they will still play for a medal. That would be tomorrow, but anything is possible still with 6:15 to go. Nice penetration down the middle. Trying to take a body with him, but gets rejected. Oh, what a block by Treffler. Well, that's solid rim protection. France now looking to close this game out. Final seconds of Lemoine. He's got 31. Another step back, another three. And that is where France, well, they've been very dominant tonight. Of course, they're now at the point they have 31 rebounds. 32, excuse me. They have 12 offensive boards. Well, no, I take that back. That was Latvia. France still, as we speak, have more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds, excuse me. So they have 16 offensive rebounds and only 10 defensive. I don't think I've ever known an international game, junior, professional, any level, where teams have more offensive boards than defensive. If anyone knows of a game, let me know, please. Final seconds for Gadegbe. Going for a step back, tough one. Bag not open. This time Latvia coming up with it. Well, if they're going to make a comeback, they got to find ways to score here. Tautsis. Bumps in, good defense. Well, that's solid defense. Very well stood there by Tom Audrey. Didn't need to do too much. Five seconds here on the shot clock for Latvia. Well, they go for a quick three. It's up. It's a good look, but unable to finish. And that is where it's been tough tonight for Latvia. Just haven't been able to consistently knock down the perimeter shots. Only 3 out of 13 tonight for the Latvians. While France, on the other hand, well, it's been a good day for them. 9 out of 29. Audrey pulls up for the mid-range. Now extending it to a 19-point lead. As now we're under halfway to go. I don't know what's happened here, but I think a foul has been given or something, but yeah, I think France are going to get this back.
The game is with number 34, Yanis Kalinic.
I can see the 2-point field goals haven't really been too dissimilar. Only 3 more in favor of France. That's the baseline play by Hugo Imga. Another kick out. Grasov finds Imga. Bit of contact. No foul call, but he finishes. And now making it yet again a 21-point lead to Les Bleus. He's had a good game tonight. The story here for France's offense has been Maxence Lemoine. 6 on the shot clock. Latvia's got to make a choice quick. Off the dribble, under pressure. And it just won't go. But France's defense, well, as mentioned, they've been a big talking point in terms of how many turnovers. The 22 turnovers committed by Latvia. And they showed this defensive excellence against Slovenia 2 days ago. Treffler with a seal-off. Goes in. Well, I thought a foul had been called, but no, they continue playing. Now a 23-point lead with 3:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Well, there's the bump. The foul is going to be called on the ground, but it's a good take by Adrian Zanjevs.
Substitutions. Latvia, the game is with number 49, Otto Bermanis.
Well, magnificent job for Coach Elise Produm. Taking this team, of course, respectfully, I say that with 3:21, leading by 23 to a final. Unless a miracle could happen here for Latvia. Valters coming off the curl screen. Latvia going for another 3 in the corner. Another good look, but again, you got to feel for these Latvian players. As mentioned, the entire group stage, not winning a single game, going up against Lithuania in the round of 16, who in my mind were the heavy favorites to win this tournament, and defeating them. And then the exciting game against Germany, as Grasov now extending France's lead to 25, and Latvia's going to call timeout with 2:53 to go here in the fourth quarter. Well, you can start to feel it. Allez le bleu! Well, we'll return in just 1 minute.
For every fan in the stands, for every player on the court, every dunk, every block, for every moment, there's a legacy to be left behind. It all starts here. Make your mark.
Well, a timeout was called by Latvia. For them, it's about playing for pride. France has been excellent tonight. Currently leading by 25 points. The last bucket made by Bastian Grasov. Again, hedging on the screens. Another three in the corner. Three is up, no good. Foul is going to be called there because Yaroslav Pitovs did a monumental job of securing the offensive rebound. Well, good take by Valters, but in the end, turns it over. France happy to patiently take their time on every offense. Well, it's been quite a while. 9 years, I would say. 9 in total since France last won the FIBA U18 Men's EuroBasket. That epic final in which they defeated Lithuania.
Personal foul number 1 in Team Latvia. Well, this offense is third for Latvia. Substitution France. The game 87 Maizdu Reinar out of game 3 Gedekbe.
Well, now we hit the 2-minute mark. Reina just getting caught in a double team. Passes out of this one. Grasov, three in the corners up. No good. France almost coming up with yet again another big offensive board, but in the end, inadvertently turning it over. That's just been the difference in this game. France have just come out very determined. 17 offensive boards out of their 30 total. Latvia's got to get inbound. Smart play by Otto Bergmanis, just throwing it off the defense, because that would have been a 5-second violation had he taken it any longer. There's now Bergmanis. Penetrates. Kicks this one out in the corner. Quiet game tonight for Yaroslav Pitovs, but go and pick and roll here. Oh, it's good ball yet again. They had a three. But a traveling violation is going to be called. So yet again, the unfortunate case of just too many unwanted turnovers tonight for Latvia. And that indeed is turnover number 24. So final substitutions coming in for France. Well, Hugo Imga is going to lead the game. He's had some good moments tonight. 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Second leading score. It's been the leading scoring show tonight from Sig Strasbourg. 11 points from Jael Treffler. But who could talk about 31 points, or who could forget, I should say, from Maxence Lemoine. Incredible showcase. 50% from the three-point line, 6 out of 12. Another three for France. Indeed, and make another one. That is three-pointer number 11. Mesafé only with his first field goal tonight. 28-point lead. Bedmanish kicks out. Well, another rejection. Pache moi, says Jonas Boulefard. Latvia don't have any fouls to give, but the inevitable will see them go into the bronze medal game. As nice move by Bastien Grassov, now making it a 30-point lead to Les Bleus. It's going to be quite a hard offensive foul. Now, remember, like I said, the victory last night, or 2 nights ago, excuse me, for Latvia, I don't think there's too much in it. It's an illegal screen. I think there's a bit of a sensationalized reaction there, but that's, of course, expected. As I was saying, though, to the Latvian fans watching, still another medal to play for. Jaroslav Pitsovs goes in for the block. Remember, Latvia did make the final of the FIBA U18 Men's EuroBasket 2018. Foul has been given, so 2 free throws coming up for Latvia. Well, Ralph Rudashan's currently at the free throw line now. It's all a consolation with 24.7. France will await to find out who will they play. Will it be for Italy or will it be Spain? Remember, that semifinal will be taking place later after this one. Because the Italians have been on fire. Spain's victory against Turkey yesterday, very convincing as well. Was Rudashan unable to make it. There you can see. Allez les Bleus. That is what those fans are saying. Still a little bit of time difference between game and shot clock, but France showing the respect to their opponents. A 29-point victory tonight for Les Bleus, and they will go to the final. It's been 9 years since France have won the FIBA U18 Men's EuroBasket. Frankie Ntilikina was indeed the man who won the Most Valuable Player award. And who will they play tomorrow? Remember, the next semifinal will be coming up later on in just under an hour, as Spain will take on Italy. Well, to the Latvian basketball